Hey everyone, welcome back to my Real Housewives of Orange County recap series. We are on season 18, episode 8. I'm also, for some reason, I think I got the days mixed up. I thought that Salt Lake City was starting this week on the 1st. They're not starting till the 18th of September, so stay tuned for that because I'll be doing a recap of the Salt Lake City episodes as well. I just like doing these recaps because also it keeps me like consistent on YouTube and stuff. So, and I want to have like content to make, you know, it's like fun to make YouTube videos and stuff. So, yeah, I thought it was the 1st. I got that date switched with RHOC, which is happening October 1st. So I think I switched the days, the 18th and the 1st in my head. So I'm definitely the most excited for New York. So I can't wait for that to start October. It's going to be, I love RHOC in the fall. Fall vibes, love it. Okay, anyway, I am once again in my Buc-ee's shirt. I'm in my Buc-ee's. I call this my Buc-ee's dress. This, and I have a tie-dye shirt from Buc-ee's that I love wearing to sleep because they're like big and oversized. They're like 3XL. So, okay, so we're jumping right into it. I have a couple of points I'm gonna make before we get into the party. They go to a Traitors, or Tamara has a Traitors party for this like second half of the episode. So before that, I'm going to talk about a couple things. I'm referencing my notes as usual. I got my notes. At the very beginning, they did not do a flashback or anything. They just kind of jumped into, I think it was Heather, Tamara, and Emily, I think, were all having a little chat. Tamara was not, she was being reasonable and not fanning the flames, which I was kind of shocked. But then I said ... for now, because I knew Tamara was gonna, she's gonna come back. She always does. I will say the breathalyzer scene, watching Shannon go and get that breathalyzer installed in her car, I was like, I think I would much rather pay for a chauffeur. If I were her, I'm paying for a chauffeur to take me around for the next 6 months. She can afford to pay somebody to drive her somewhere for 6 months. I sure as hell am not gonna, that seemed so hard. Like, you have to blow a certain way, and if you don't do it just right, then you get a strike, and then you have to, if you 3 strikes, then you gotta go get it reset by the car person. It's like, oh my God, no, I'm paying, it's 6 months. Pay somebody else to drive you around. I'm sure as hell not doing that. I was also funny because there was a scene between Tamara and I did note that it was very interesting. Sorry, I have a hair somewhere. It was very interesting that so many of these ladies have really like very volatile relationships with their exes. Like Tamara, Katie, it was so insane to hear her talk about it, how she said her ex-husband just threw away all of her stuff after like she had left. And I don't know, it's crazy that so many of them have these like really awful relationships with their exes. But I also said Tamara's kids seem so emo compared to her, like her daughter and her other son who's briefly been on the show, not Ryan, there's another one, I don't remember his name, but he's briefly been on the show, and they just seem so kind of like dark and like sort of emo. I don't know, it's funny. And then there's like Ryan and Tamara, who I feel like are very like aligned in their personalities and stuff. I mean, slightly. Obviously, Ryan's like, he's gone a much different direction now, but I feel like very much like Tamara though, in a lot of ways. So anyway, okay, so now getting into the party. I feel like I didn't have as much to say about the first half of the episode compared to the second, so let's get into it. First off, they arrive at this, first of all, the house is beautiful. Wherever they had this party, it was so amazing, so beautiful. And we see wonderful Teddy Mellencamp once again trying to be relevant, trying so hard to be on the Housewives. And I thought about this as I was watching. I was like, you know, I didn't really I didn't really understand why people hated Teddy so much when she was first on like Beverly Hills. Like, I didn't mind her really that much when she was on the show, but now her not being on any of these shows but constantly in the fray of everything is somehow annoying. She somehow annoys me more not on the show than she did when she was on the show. I don't know. She just has a a knack for being like utterly annoying. Like there is no better person to be paired up with for her than Tamra Judge. It's so funny. Oh, I said girl stop with Katie's the biggest liar because I think Gina said like, I'm so tired of this, like Gina is just like playing. I mean, Gina's really the catalyst, I feel like, for the whole reason like of this Heather Katie fight, and it's so annoying because she just is like, oh, well, screw Katie, I don't want to be friends with her anymore. It's like I don't know, she's making me mad. I was like, you're having a Tamra moment where you're being like two-faced and like, I don't know, she's just annoying me. Gina's just so like, she's like Tamra and Shannon almost, like she's like so dramatic and so like but like it's just I don't know, I'm getting annoyed with Gina lately. I also said I'm glad Emily and Jenn talked. I feel like Jenn is like, I know she's not innocent in all of her actions or anything, but like I feel like she is just not as strong of a personality as the rest of them. And I think they get mad at her because they're like, well, everything's like they feel like everything's just like handed to her and like she doesn't really get to face consequences and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't think Jenn fully knows how to stand on her own. She's kind of always had somebody by her side, which is like good. I mean, it's like good that she has people in her life who like want to take care of her or love her enough to like help her. But it's like, yeah, you know, it's like, yeah, Emily, like your childhood and life are a little bit different than Jenn's, but that's okay. And you know, it's like, sorry you had to go through that, but you're just taking it out on Jenn, who has nothing to do with your childhood. You know, it's like you wish you had that like luxury when you were younger, and it's like, that's totally understandable. Still has nothing to do with Jenn though. I think there was a moment where they brought up, Tamra brought up that Alexis said she wants to make up with Shannon, which I'm like, if she wants to make up with Shannon, like then it's like she's saying that, but her actions are totally saying something else. Where is she trying to make up with Shannon? Because we don't see that. We only see them antagonizing Shannon. We don't really see anything else. I've seen zero reconciliation of, and you know what? Sorry, I'm getting distracted by my hair. It's looking like a little crazy today. Shannon also made it clear up front, like she doesn't want to be friends with Shannon, or Shannon doesn't want to be friends with Alexis, and that's okay. It's like, you're dating my ex. I don't really want to be your friend. Totally valid. But also like Alexis they're like, oh, we're gonna sue her. We're gonna do this. She said so many things. We have these videos, like all of this stuff. It's like, okay, so like just agree to disagree, like move on. You're not trying to be friends with Shannon. That's a crock of shit and you know it. They were like debating too the whole time of this party if they should like tell Shannon about these videos. I couldn't decide, I guess, if it was a good idea or not to. I mean, I feel like I would personally. I just don't know if it would be an on-camera conversation, but it's also hard because I'm like, I know on camera and off camera, like especially off camera conversations, I think tend to get very twisted. So I don't know. I think I would almost just tell her about it. I feel like the rest of them are not like that loyal to Alexis, except for like Tamra. So I don't see why I wouldn't tell, like, why wouldn't you tell her? I mean, I also wouldn't want Shannon to get like upset and like go, you know, overreact, I guess. But I mean, at the same time, like, they're blackmailing her. I don't know. I think I would tell her. That's just my personal opinion. I think I would tell her. Whether it's off camera or not, I don't know. Or on camera. Oh, I died laughing too. But before they even answered who's the biggest traitor, I said Tamra, and then they all said Tamra. I was like, I know, girl. I know people were also talking about, I saw a video, I think it was like Page 6 posted or something about that Teddy pushed Tamra into the pool, and that was like totally staged. And it was like, obviously, she literally, before she even, like, they were saying because, oh, she didn't have a mic pack on. I was like, well, yeah, obviously the producers aren't going to want to ruin a mic pack. And also, like, you see her, like, immediately when she like pushes her, she like goes like this. Like, who does that? Like, usually if you get pushed, you're like, oh, like trying to catch yourself. Now, not like, doop, bloop. I feel like I'm coming down with something, so I'm sorry if I sound a little weird. I feel it right here. Yeah, I was like, who hasn't been betrayed by Tamra? I was like, also, why that box they were reaching in? Why were there crickets in there? I didn't get that. It's really weird. I was just like, why? Like, for what reason? I've watched Traitors and I know they do their little challenges and stuff like that, but that to me, it seemed like the game was just kind of falling apart. Like it was just kind of a mess of a game. And yeah, so that was like all my notes. The only thing I added was right at the end, they showed a preview of the upcoming, I think this was like the mid-season trailer or something now. Things are definitely, I said I thought the main storyline was going to be this Alexis Shannon thing, and I think mainly it is. However, I also think this stuff about Ryan being in this like gambling ring or whatever is definitely gonna take it's gonna switch a little bit. I think especially it seems like it's switching. Tamra's her anger is being redirected, so we'll see about that, I guess. I'm also a little confused because we see Jenn in that veil and stuff, so I'm like, are they married? Maybe I missed something and I don't know this yet, but I don't know if I thought they were just engaged. I don't know if they're married yet. I don't know. But yeah, that's all I kind of have to say. I'm excited for their London trip too. I love London. It's so cool. Such a cool place. So I'm really excited for that. Let me know what you guys thought of this episode. I really love Traitors, so it was fun also to just have them do a little like fake Traitors type of party. I love that show so much. And if you haven't watched Traitors, I highly recommend it. It's so good. It's also been renewed for like another 5 or 6 seasons or something. Not another 5 till season like 5 or 6 or something like that. So because I think they already filmed season 3, I think. So then there will be a 4th and a 5th. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited because I love that show. It's awesome. Anyway, that is pretty much all of my notes. I try to keep these like somewhat brief, just because I don't usually have a ton to say. I just like commenting on the big parts of the storyline. But yeah, so that was all my notes. That's how my thoughts, my feelings. And if you have any thoughts or feelings, please let me know respectfully in the comments. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.